Hi, this is Steve Cavalaris with electricaltime.com. We're really excited to be here at the NECA convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I got to tell you, we got a very special guest here. A lot of you know who this person is, and it is Paul Abernathy. Hi, Paul.
How you doing?
I'm good. So Paul works, and the correct pronunciation is Encore. Encore. So it's Encore Wire.
Starting at the top here, this is our feeder type or feeder size, larger size metal clad cable. Okay, great for commercial, light commercial. It can be used in residential if you want it, but it's a little more robust. So we make that. All the inners are either THHN or THWN-2 or XHHW inners. So all the traditional inner insulated conductors.
Now, would we have to specify whether we want just THHN or THWN-2, or is it by default that it's dual coded and rated?
So all of ours, when it comes to the thermoplastic, is going to be dual rated, THHN, THWN-2. Interesting, the -2 is 90-degree wet or dry. Without that, it would be just 75-degree wet. So we automatically do it on all of our thermoplastic products. So it'll come with the dual rating, but you also can get it with the X inners as well, cross-link polyethylene if that's what you want. It's available in that as well. And then we got over here, this is our URD, underground residential distribution or residential distribution cable. So this is typically what you're going to see from your transformer pad over to your meter. Typically going to be, this is still going to be 600 volt rated type of product. Available in copper and aluminum, obviously. Okay. Down here we have our MC LEDs. The scientific name for it is MC PCS. Okay. But what it has is both power for the normal 600 volt conductors in it, but it also has 0 to 10 volt control wires in it as well for dimmers, lighting operations. You can even use it for things other than lighting. We call it MC LED, but it also works if you happen to have something like dim light shading, or you want to control some other actuator while you have the power, and it has a low voltage. So that's that product. This happens to be a patent of mine.
Oh, that's your patent.
That's one of my patents.
How cool is that? Now, would you use the low voltage and the regular voltage for a piece of equipment that it's associated for that low voltage and the regular voltage?
So the National Electrical Code allows you to be able to do that, and that's one of the caveats, that you can run even things like raceways and things where it actually is associated together, or junction boxes together. This product actually, because it exploits the allowance in 725-136, is that I can actually go to a location and do a power and have it control something separately from a control and not be directly associated. Okay, it's allowed to be in this cable.
So like, you know, the common example is when we have an outdoor air conditioning unit, and, you know, we've got that flex going over to the outside condenser. Then we got the thermostat wire, and because it's directly associated with that outside condensing unit, the code allows us to go ahead and just put that in, do a cable tie around it. So that's an associated conductor for low voltage to the regular voltage. But in this case...
Now, this could be plausibly done, except for obviously MC cable is a dry location only product, but if we PVC jacketed this, which it is available, you could get it done. Okay. Then there is other, again, that'd be an example of somebody that could exploit that allowance. Cool. We also make tray cable, which can do almost the same thing, like the mini split air conditioning systems, which have a system where there's also a control component as well as the power. Well, that makes it a perfect candidate for like a tray cable, and we just call it our our coolet, we like to call it, but it's actually designed to do both the power and control all in one. So it can also be in a traditional tray cable. So we make a lot of tray cable as well. Basically, it's just like a non-metallic product, but all the conductors in it. Actually, ironically, the funny thing about it is the same inners. All these products have the same inner type conductors, so it's really simplistic in the approach. It uses the same inners for that. Over here, this is our smart ground products. So this is the MC, but this is unique because this is the one where you get to use the armor as an equipment ground, like you can with AC cable, but you can't traditionally with MC. But with this, the smart ground, you can, because now you have a grounding / bonding strip that acts intimate contact with all the convolutions, and so now this can be used as an equipment ground. So that's the difference is that now you want to kick it up into healthcare. Then we put an insulated green back in it, and so now you got two paths. You got the green in it, and you got the armor. So you can go from a smart ground to now what's called a healthcare facility smart ground. So you can get two birds with one stone out of that product.
That's very smart.
And this is another one of my patents. This is our hybrid cable. So this is the unique. It's the only one in the industry. Everybody keeps asking, can you put SC cable underground? The answer is no.
No, of course not.
But this can pick up the properties of SE cable above ground, but the moment that it hits underground, it's now tray cable.
Oh, really?
And once it comes back up on the other end, you use standard SC fittings. You don't have to worry about special tray cable fittings. The only part that's tray is in the ground. So it allows you to have a smooth transition from point A to point B, and you don't have to have splices, weak points. So that's what's unique about it.
Oh, that is super cool.
Yep.
So, Paul, that's your patent?
That is my
And I got to tell you, that is a cool idea. And I could see that saving time and money on electrical installations.
That was the idea.
All right.
That was the idea.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for showing us the cables here. And it's a pleasure
Pleasure meeting you too.
meeting you.
Thank you
Okay.
for coming.